Oh, hey, folks, how you doing there? Dude here coming to you on Thursday, September 22nd. And today's point and parcel is going to be, well, very simply put, 22 long rifle ammunition is becoming more available. That said, the round price I am seeing at its absolute cheapest, and I do mean the bulk pack, find it for as cheap as you're going to get, bulk pack stuff, tends to be somewhere between 5, 6, 7, 8 cents a round. Now, that price is actually not so bad. The problem is, every single place you're finding it at is an online vendor. And what's going to kill you is going to be the shipping. That's right, man. By the time you finally get that stuff, you've spent not the hazmat, but the fact that ammunition is not light, okay? Even 22 ammunition, a brick of 22 ammo, weighs like about 7, 8 pounds. I mean, it's not light stuff, okay? You're talking about a pretty good amount of weight. So, anytime, well, maybe not 7 or 8 pounds, but 4 or 5 pounds, okay? So you start getting on an order of a few thousand rounds of 22, before you know it, your shipping price is going to push the price of purchase cha-ching and make it so reprehensible that you're just going to go, oh man, what the hell did I just do to myself? I bought something that I thought was at a good price and has yet screwed me yet again. Now, hitting the Walmarts and finding ammunition is hit or miss. Centerfire, they have scads of centerfire ammunition. So if you guys want to take the step up and make a AR-15 rifle in 9mm, you can do that, okay? Your per round price is going to be somewhere on the order of about 30 some odd cents per round. If you reload, your reloading price for 9mm drops hugely. If you're reloading 9mm with just standard ball bullets and a decent amount of charge, but nothing ridiculous, but pretty much just a decent practice round, say like about 1,000 feet per second, maybe just a little bit more to function the action, you can get your reload price down to about 15 to 17 cents per round. It's ridiculously cheap. Now, of that, you're still talking it's 2 to 3 times more than a 22 long rifle. 22 long rifle has a few other benefits going for it. Number one, all the powder has been expended in the process of propelling bullet from breech to muzzle. If you have a long enough barrel, short barrels obviously you're going to have some muzzle pop, but your long enough barrel, you will burn the powder completely. It is very easy to put a suppressor on a 22 and make a 22 very, very quiet. Number two, the bullet weight therein is usually never exceeding 40 some odd, grains of bullet weight. It is easy to stop the bullet. That said, it's a bullet like any other gun. If you ricochet that bullet, it will travel on and on and on and on until it finally hits the dirt, hits something else, or kills somebody. I was reading a Reader's Digest some years ago. I think I was a kid or something, but there was this one fluke shot where the guy basically was out on his boat, saw a fish, took a shot at it. The bullet ricocheted off the water, went a mile and a half away, ricocheted off the window of the car that was being driven, and hit the girl right behind the ear and killed her. People that were driving behind her saw her tending over and they're like, oh, she's going to take the exit. No, she didn't. She basically just ran over and plowed into something, crash, bang, boom. And eventually they had to track back what eventually happened. But that still was a mile and a half of travel with a 22 long rifle and killed. I mean, Killed, killed a person. So you have to be very careful about what you shoot into and what's behind your target. Case in point, most people usually just shoot into a hillside, and that's considered enough. Now, what is the one remedy for all these situations? Even including the fact that 22 is becoming more available. An air rifle, read like an adult air gun, an air rifle wears in. It does not wear out. With proper maintenance, not over oiling it, not going crazy and stupid and dieseling the rounds and all kinds of stupid stuff you see people doing on the internet, one of these rifles will last for a very, very long time. Your per round price is ridiculous. I've seen 500 pellet tins for like $2 or $3 over in Walmart. You are not going to beat that price of purchase, simply put, because it's going to work. So, very simply put, if you're looking for another thing to put into your arsenal to augment your practice or augment your hunting or simply to be quiet, because some of those air rifles now have built-in moderators, suppressors, and that's not restricted by the BATF because an air rifle, an air gun, is not considered a firearm. It has using air propulsion, and it's completely a different animal than what they play with because powder is different than air. Anytime you're pumping a thing up, you're using... Well, there's three main ways to use an air pistol, air rifle, air shotgun, air anything. There's three main ways to come up with the air. Number one, you have the little CO2 cartridges, and there's a bigger CO2 cartridge. So that's number one. They don't wear out, but they do rust, and if they do rust, they will leak. But essentially what it is you have that power supply, pretty much like a cartridge, throw it in the gun, squeak, bang, boom, you're ready to go. The second way is something called a PCP, or a pre-charged pneumatic. Literally, you have what's called a lot of arm work and a lot of leg work because you have what looks like a tire pump and you're pumping the tank pressure up to 3,000 psi and it's going to take flipping forever. Or you have a situation where you go and you have yourself the bulk pressurizing unit, translation of really serious ass air pump, or you go to the scuba shop and they tank your stuff up there. As long as you hit 3,000 psi, you are good to go. Now, of that, these guns run really, really hardcore on their air supply. Usually you're lucky to get 30 shots out of them, and that's on the absolute lowest setting. You are lucky to get 30 shots. So, if you don't mind doing it like that, you can use the PCP. The third way is your classic pump gun. You basically have the Crosman 760 or the Daisy, was it 770 or something along those lines, where you basically 10 pump BB gun. That's one way. The other second way is a break barrel, or a side cocker, or an undercocker, or something along those lines. And literally all it is you have the gun, you pump it up either 10 times or one time. The one time you pump it up, you're literally taking the barrel and it breaks down the middle like a shotgun. Or there's the side lever, which is self-describing there. There's a lever on the side of the rifle, the barrel doesn't move. You pull the lever, click, click, bang, boom. You have a breech open, put a pellet in there, you close the lever, you fire, bang, bang, boom. The third way is an under lever, which is essentially the same thing as a side lever. Most of the time you're running into the air rifles, though, they are break barrels. Of that, what happens is literally the breech face is what you stick the pellet in, you level it up, you close the action, click, you're now ready to go. Usually the safety comes on at the same time you're bringing the barrel back up. These are going to be the lion's share of most of your pump guns, because most people don't play with the 10 pump BB gun anymore because, well, they're just not accurate enough. They're a hell of a lot of fun to play with, but it takes forever to do 10 pumps, bang, 10 pumps, bang, 10 pumps, bang. But there is one thing that the 10 pump BB gun has over the break barrel, and it is huge. You don't have to pump it up 10 times to shoot it. If you're shooting BBs indoors, you can basically click the lever, throw a round up, one pump inside your house, ka-tunk. You're not going to hurt anything because the BBs are, well, they're smaller than the barrel. They will not ever get stuck. Don't do that with pellets, okay? There's always a chance of a pellet getting stuck in the bore, and just like a centerfire or rimfire weapon, if you put one pellet behind the next pellet with enough pump, you're basically going to ring your barrel. All that air that's being super compressed between those two projectiles goes and blows the barrel out bigger. Don't do that to yourself. If you have something that gets stuck, take a rod, knock out the pellet. Don't ever try to shoot it out with another pellet. That's just stupid. The third thing you really truly kind of have to worry about is pretty much just cost of business. Now, the other thing, too, is also caliber choices. By and large, once you start talking break barrels, automatically they start like $70, $60, somewhere in there, okay? Now, in terms of the actual price they're in, you can spend a lot of money, and you still can get a piece of crap. It is time to go on the internet, it is time to start watching some videos, and it is time to find out what is the best weapon system that works the best for you. In terms of break barrels, I kind of like the fact that they have some out there that actually can switch up between being 177 or 17 caliber and 22 caliber. Of those two caliber choices, that is most of what you're going to encounter in stuff on, well, everywhere. There is actually caliber choices running all the way from 17, 20, 22, 5 millimeter, just to be weird, which I think is about the same thing as 20. Also, you also have 32, 9 millimeter, 357 also known as, 45, 458, 50 caliber. I mean, anything that people can make a projectile fit into a hole of, they will make into an air rifle. As a matter of fact, I think I even saw a 20 millimeter once, and that thing was like insane. That thing going off sounded like a truck tank exploding. Absolutely insane. And I didn't mean like truck tank, like the air tank on the side of the truck. Yeah, freaking bluey, man. That thing was insane. The 50 caliber air guns are insane. 9mm 357 air guns are not to be slouched with. They are powerhouses. As a matter of fact, they even make a 7.62 air rifle. And that thing for the first 150 yards is scary good. Because it basically duplicates and replicates and does very well almost about the same thing as a black powder rifle with no powder needed. So I'm bringing up a lot of things here, folks, but you know what? In terms of the things that you're encountering now with like ammo prices and whatnot, you still can fix the problem by simply just getting yourself, utilizing, and having in your arsenal an air rifle. If for nothing else, they are a hell of a lot of fun. You put up a couple carpets to stop the pellets. If it's 177, it'll stop it easy as hell. 22 might need a little bit more of a backstop, but you can very easily set yourself up to have something backyard practicable that's not going to be very loud. You know, the neighbor might hear, but they're not going to be hearing bang, bang, bang going, hey, what the hell's going on back there? As a matter of fact, it actually makes less noise than the guy next door hammering on something and building something in his backyard. So that's always good stuff to think about in terms of like not drawing a lot of attention on yourself. Having something quiet to practice with is never a bad thing. On that one, folks, I'm going to break off, but I know I threw a lot of information at you guys, but definitely go ahead and look around. My personal choices are these. Air rifles, I would definitely go break barrel. I would definitely probably go first off with 177. I would definitely next go with 22. I wouldn't go much different than that simply because the projectiles are just everywhere. You go to any Walmart, even the ones that don't sell guns, they sell BB guns, they sell air rifles, and they sell airsoft. Don't confuse airsoft with air rifles. It's not the same thing. Not even close. But they always have tons of air rifle ammunition, air pistol ammunition, call it what you will, in 177, 22, and all kinds of variants therein. You will find it there. Good times. All right, folks, I'm going to break up with this one. Eat good, keep it centering. It's always, you know it, you love it. Air rifle goodness. Oh, never a bad thing. You always have, well, you've always got powder. It'll always go bang. Good times. See you guys, and, still, it's Thursday. It's not Friday yet. I'll catch you guys later.